Harry Potter gets into trouble at Hogwarts an unbelievable amount of times. Like, it seems every movie he makes, he gets into some kind of trouble, but is it always fair? Hello, I'm Julie from the Style Studio, where we talk about your favorite things from your childhood, and today we're going to talk about the punishment system at Hogwarts. So at Hogwarts, the punishment is said to work like this. Any rule breaking and you lose your house points for the house cup. If you do anything big, it also usually includes a detention or two. And if you do anything really big, you're probably going to be expelled. I was rereading Sorcerer's Stone, and I noticed that as the book went on, the punishments for their crimes became more and more drastic. Like, can you guess how many points Harry lost for Gryffindor in that first day in potions class? Come on, guess. Come on, guess. Stop guessing. It's 2. I mean, you could say, well, in that case, Harry did absolutely nothing wrong, but you can't say that, because this is a person whose sole purpose in life is being mean to Harry. Well, maybe not his sole purpose, but it's quite important to him. There was nothing stopping Snape from taking a few more points off from Gryffindor. Well, anyway, low start, but don't worry, it'll get worse. Next is the troll on Halloween. Basically, Hermione was in the girls' bathroom when it was announced that a troll got in. Harry remembered Hermione, and instead of going to the common room as instructed, he and Ron snuck away to save Hermione. They defeat the troll, and Hermione lied to Professor McGonagall and said that she was the one who ran away, thinking that she couldn't take down the troll herself, and Harry and Ron were only there because they tried to save her. Side note, why does Hermione say this in the first place? She's getting herself into unnecessary trouble. Like, she is making it so Gryffindor loses more house points, and I'm sure Harry and Ron would rather Gryffindor lose less house points than a tiny bit more glory for their achievement. But this is a book about 11-year-old punks, so I guess unnecessarily lying to the teacher works. Tangent over. But speaking of unnecessary trouble, what huge grand punishment does McGonagall have for Hermione for supposedly going directly against the headmaster's orders to attempt to defeat a very powerful beast by herself? 5 points off. Come on! Later in the same book, Harry, Hermione, and Neville get 50 points off each for being in an out-of-bounds place that isn't even out of bounds enough for Dumbledore has to mention it at the beginning of school speech where he mentions all the other out-of-bound places. I mean, what are the rules? Okay, so at this point of the book, it just seems like points aren't just thrown around. If such drastic rule breaking only ends in 5 points off, then points can only be given in small quantities. But then there is the time when Harry and Hermione sneak into a forbidden place at night to help get rid of Hagrid's illegal dragon. To be honest, I don't know what they're complaining about. McGonagall didn't even find out the illegal dragon part. If she did, they could have been in much more trouble, especially the Ministry having to get involved. Remember what happened to Hagrid when he had a dangerous beast? Actually, could be quite a number of times, but I'm talking about Aragog. Harry and Hermione could have been expelled like Hagrid was. But yeah, Gryffindor lost 150 points for something that probably happens relatively frequently at a middle/high school. People sneaking out at night. I mean, McGonagall said that she's never even seen or heard of 4 students being out in one night. But either she's really blind or never has night duty that much, or Harry and Hermione are just that bad at sneaking around. And they had an invisibility cloak. Come on! And along with those points off, they also all got detention. And if there's one thing that makes less sense than the house points, it's the detentions. Side note, after the dragon incident, their detention was in the Forbidden Forest. Why was the decided punishment for kids in trouble for being into out-of-bound areas at night bringing them into an even more dangerous out-of-bounds area at night. Well, you might say it's safe because this time they're supervised, but no. 2 of the kids were wandering around alone with the dog. Okay, side note over, but the detentions in Harry Potter range everywhere from slightly inconvenient waste of time to downright torture. Here are some of the many detentions Harry had during his time at Hogwarts. We already talked about how he had to go into the Forbidden Forest in the middle of the night to find a dead unicorn. He had to answer Professor Lockhart's fan mail because he crashed a car into the Whomping Willow. He had to spend months every Saturday filing paperwork because he tried to and almost succeeded in killing a student. And, oh yeah, he literally had to scar himself for weeks on end because he was disruptive and a liar. Okay, so now you could probably realize why Hogwarts needs a handbook, or at least have Dumbledore approve the detentions that teachers are giving to students. I mean, what does he even do all day? There clearly is no curriculum, and he doesn't even spend lots of time trying to find and interview exemplary teachers, and there also doesn't seem to be any need for extra funding at Hogwarts, because, you know, it's the only school in the whole country, so what's Dumbledore's job? Back to the rulebook thing. Every Muggle school has clear handbook for what the punishment is for certain crimes. For example, in my school, you can look at the handbook and see, oh, if you do this, you'll get an in-school suspension or something. So this is not just to make it more clear for the students and parents, but also so teachers that hate certain students can't give them unfair punishments for no reason. Hogwarts, you are a great school, but you need to sort out that punishment system. Like, how have you been stable for hundreds of years? Well, that's all I have for you today, guys. Make sure to like, share, and hit that notification bell. You can subscribe by clicking here, and watch another theory on Harry Potter by clicking here. Also, comment down below, what do you think on the punishment system at Hogwarts? How should it be improved? It could be improved in a lot of ways. See you guys next time. Bye!